Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens, Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is fucking Talking Shit with Eagle, episode 181.5, The Rabbit Hole. Already got Jack Greenstock in the house. Hope you guys are coming back and tuning in. Gonna be a good one. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing very well, smoking some lime kush, and I got something that everybody loves to hate, a vape cartridge. This is from the legal market though, and it actually came in packaging that I don't despise because this brand, it's called Ocean Vape. I'm going to turn around my camera so you can actually see it. Um, there we go. So this little box is all made from recycled plastic, mostly plastic that they pull out of the ocean. And the cross, it's live resin, by the way, not distillate. Most stuff is distillate. Some are even rosin now, but this is TK91, which I thought was CSI Humboldt. It's actually a Canorado cross, and it ends up being 86% THC and 5.7 CBD, and they only use cannabis-derived terpenes. And it actually got me like really, really well medicated the other night. Like where it was the only thing that I used, and I was quite surprised that I got what I would say like high, like off of basically like similar to what I would smoke bong bowls, and even higher than some flower that I would typically consume. So pleasant surprise. Shout out to Lady Greenstock for getting that as a surprise gift for us, and it's definitely grown on me.
Encouraging is all I'll say about that is because I do kind of miss the convenience of them, most definitely. Uh, they were good for at least that travel, crowds. In my daughter's case, work at breaks, breaks at work. That was funny because there for the longest time that was her go-to. She was like, "Man, I like these pens. I like to smoke the flower, but I have to go into work and I'm taking that in with me. Well, the pens are it just smells like some kind of air freshener or perfume or something. I can get away with it." I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
we've got some other ones over here that are, I believe, distillate with non-cannabis derived terpenes, but at least they're like tested for heavy metals, tested for pesticides, and they test the components in the actual batteries and the metals that are used or whatever in the cartridge. So at least out here in California, if you buy from a legal distributor, you can have some level of confidence that they've tested not only the oil, but they've tested the components. And certain places even go through the step of heating up the oil and like having it inhaled into an artificial lung, and then testing the actual vapor. Because some of the products started failing once they were heated, only once they were heated up. They would pass in the actual cart. Like if you broke the cart open and tested them, like they would do for random batches, it would pass the oil by itself, like in the giant sample, and the components of the material would pass. But as soon as you heated the material, it would fail. So thankfully, they wised up. Shout out to CanaSafe. They're one of the labs who I saw first, speaking of it. And they gave me a great deal of confidence that I won't be consuming harmful stuff when I'm trying to get my medicine. That's the number one thing for me. Like you talk about it often, you're worried about people not doing the research. I think Dr. MJ Coco had a good point that I think cannabis medicine research is only going to keep going up and up, even if they focus on rec, because there's too much money to be made in specific pharmaceuticals or varieties and strains and patenting all that stuff. So I'm encouraged that it's going to keep moving in that direction. But I think some of it, like you said, might be like hidden information. They're not going to like reveal it to us until, oh, we've got this, specific uh, tincture that works for epilepsy, and now we're going to sell it to you at the same price as pharmaceutical, and you can only get it from us, and we're not going to tell you what strain it is. But I think that's the way it's going, unfortunately. But at least, hopefully, we'll be able to keep growing it and using it for our own medicine.
I just wanted to give a shout out to Brittany Teasley. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I can't say for Jack. He looks like he's doing well, but she did ask how you were doing as well, Jack.
I'm
So,
doing great.
uh,
Like I said, this TK91 gets me really, really like I'm not afraid to say it. It's recreational in California. I get really high off of it. I use cannabis for medicine, but sometimes I do like to just at the end of the day feel extremely elevated. And, like I think it's a stress reliever, even if like I don't want to say that I have a very stressful life. Um, we all have stress, so relieving some of that. Willie Nelson said, "Stress is the number one killer," and cannabis is like one of the best stress relievers. So that's why cannabis is such a great medicine, and I tend to agree with him for that reason. Cheers. Speaking of,
cheers. Miss Madam T is in the chat as well. Gonna light up one of her candles. I was actually been burning them a little bit every day since. And I forgot to light one earlier, but I'm lighting it now as I remember. You know, as you were talking about the vape carts there, Jack, I wonder if when they're testing them, if they're testing them at multi volts. I think that's where partly where they were going bad before is the overheating of the
yep.
element in oils from uh, overpowered batteries. So I wonder if that's something that they've incorporated in some of the newer cartridges. No matter what bolts you're throwing at it, it won't overheat the element or the oils.
Like this one, for example, you can only charge it. You cannot turn the heat up, and all you do is suck on it. This is the watermelon,
But
and it actually has a good
there's
watermelon
still
flavor. But
gentlemen
it,
like me that
go.
still have armful of batteries sitting around, the adjustable ones that are still going to run around and buy cartridges and throw them on top of them. Are
Oh
they
yeah, and that's
still
how like
unsafe
these.
at that point?
This is 510 threaded, and I have a battery that I know again won't overheat. But like my wife's battery is adjustable, so we make sure that she keeps it at a low enough temperature, just to be safer. But I think, like I was saying earlier, even at some of the higher temperatures, um, and we don't have any of those giant like vape batteries that some people have. We only have like the little, roughly the same width as like a pen. I don't know if it's over here. Maybe it is. I just can't see. It's fucking dark. Sorry, y'all. I'm well medicated in the dark. Can't really see it, but I think that there's issues if you crank your voltage up too much with vape pens. I prefer flower out of a bong most often. I vaporize very rarely. Occasionally smoke joints, but most often I like to smoke bong bowls.
Me too, me too. I prefer the flower, mainly joints, but occasionally, like I said, it'd be nice to have one for you know, whatever, quickies. The quickies.
Yeah, I have a dab rig.
Sit.
We're thinking about getting e-nail because like me and my wife both hate. I think the torch gives you the best dab, but we both just hate heating it up, and it's so loud. We have cats. Like I don't know. It's kind of a danger, really, with all the hair and shit. We don't want to accidentally light one of them on fire at one point. It's like way riskier when you have two ultra fluffy cats flying around the house. You're trying to light up a dab. You like don't want to fucking torch one of them. That'd be horrifying. But um, I love just hash too because you can top a bowl, throw it in a joint. How you do it, snake in a joint style. Um, there's so many good ways to consume. Can't really go wrong with good cannabis as long as it's uh, preferably homegrown, clean. But even if it's not homegrown, uh, clean is the number one thing for me. I don't care what THC percentage or terp. If it's not clean, I really don't want to consume it. That's like priority number one. Got to be clean.
Well, the last vape cartridge I bought there, I was complete letdown. I don't know. It was. It was.
Yeah,
It said by the numbers, it was something good, but man, it just didn't have seem. And that was the first one since they had pulled them off. And it just didn't seem to have that punch like the old ones did. I don't know if it was the that was the bad that I was getting high off of before, or if it was just a bad
Maybe,
card.
maybe a little bit of both. It could just also be like maybe they were doing BHO and it was a full spectrum more so, where they were actually like probably open blasting in a tube and then somehow getting it into the pen, where you're getting the terpenes, THC, and everything. Where a lot of people now are buying a pound of distillate, which is pure THC, and then they buy pinene and limonene and all this shit, and then they mix a little bit in with their cart. So you're getting a different product. One's a full spectrum oil with all the natural terpenes that would be in the normal ratios. The other is a basically THC distillate spiked with whatever terpenes they can get, whether from a fruit, whether from a cannabis plant, or from petroleum processing. There's a lot of ways to get terpenes people don't realize.
But I've heard the case, the scientific case that terpene is a terpene, but I don't believe so. I think that it should stick with the plant, at least come from the same derived plant, even though that maybe that grape or whatever came from a different plant and then topped off in another pen. At least keep it in the family, the cannabis family. Terps like you were talking about.
There's at least different analogs like alpha and beta pinene. They're both pinene, but they're both very different. Alpha pinene affects your memory. Beta pinene has no impact on your memory. It's more of an impact on your lungs. It's an expectorant. It makes you cough up your phlegm and it makes your lungs expand. And you're actually breathing in more oxygen. Versus alpha pinene is also anti-inflammatory, pain reliever. But one thing I'm looking forward to that's not on the cart side tomorrow, both things lined up at the right time because I guess I ordered relatively similar times, but I bit the bullet because my wife and I realized we consume a lot more cannabis oil than we consume dabs or concentrates. One, for the torch reason, but two, I just think we like the feeling of a little cannabis oil in the morning, a little cannabis oil in the afternoon. This is like a maintenance dose where we've got a baseline of THC, terpenes, and CBD just in our body all the time. And you metabolize it differently than inhaling it, which is not to be discounted. THC, for example, turns to 11 hydroxy metabolate, which is a different high than inhaled Delta 9 THC, which most of us are smoking. So we decided to get the Extract Craft, which is a basically device that allows you to reclaim any solvent that you use. So like if I clean my bong with isopropyl alcohol, you could pour it in there and like clean up the isopropyl alcohol and reuse it again. But what I really got it for is to make cannabis oil. And we've got a bunch of trim that instead of turning into bubble hash, which I love, but it's a lot more elbow grease in the process and we don't consume nearly as much of it. Like I still have bubble hash from 2.5 years ago. So I was going to make some this year on the coldest day, or actually last year, and I didn't do it because I was like, oh, we still have so much left from my last year's hash. And I know that's like the opposite issue of Eagle. I burn through my flour like basically as soon as I can. That stuff doesn't stick around. But the hash, for whatever reason, I can tend to hang on to because we don't dab or even flower top as much. So I'm excited to get the Extract Craft Source Turbo tomorrow. And I'm also getting the 420 Extractor 190 proof alcohol. So I'm going to be doing some Hope oil, cannabis oil, FSO, FICO, whatever you want to call it, Rick Simpson oil, the guy who most people heard about
I,
it from.
I smoked that shit too. I smoked that shit too, Jack. The fucking even when Hope sent me some, I loved the. Oh, I was completely. I've never really liked the idea of the distillate darts, for some reason, or maybe just have never used them. But in the case of RSO, man, I thought they were perfect because you could heat up that little one, and leave the rest of them in the fridge. You didn't have to keep taking in and out the big syringe of RSO, and yeah, they were perfect. what I was doing with those, I'd roll a joint and then just like raw right before the lick line, I'd fucking put a line of that oil across there to seal it with that, and then smoke it, or maybe even a little further back sometimes. But man, they add to it a nice joint, nicely, just as good
Oh
as
yeah,
hash does sometimes.
that's how they do their death sticks. I used to actually, when I was working at a delivery service, there was a brand out here called Master Growers. This is a brand called Get Zen, which uses 4 strain blend, which I personally prefer. I like the full spectrum. I want it to hit me in as many bells and whistles on my endocannabinoid system as possible. So I find using blends of like, I don't know, lots of different cannabis throughout the day tends to help me more than just using one all day long. You know what I mean? I think trying to hit all the different terpenes, cannabinoids, flavonoids, esters, aldehydes, ketones, and God, there's so many things in cannabis. There's like thousands of compounds, hundreds of terpenes, at least dozens of cannabinoids.
Confirmation from Mendo.
Fuck yeah. Dude, I bump their shit all the time. Oh, but I was going to say about the FSO or Rick Simpson oil. I used to dab it when I worked at the delivery service. There was a company called Master Growers where I'd get it and we used to dab it. But now we just do the little gel capsule, fill about half of it, swallow it, and that works really well. But what did Mendo say? Are they going to come on and perform? Are they going to come on and smoke?
They said, "Yo, sorry for the delay. We can bust a little session for sure. Will this be
Fuck yeah.
Skype style or Instagram live thing?"
Hell yeah, dude. That's all we needed to hear.
Yeah,
That's fucking
hell
awesome.
yeah, fuck yeah. That is really awesome. You guys heard it live planning there.
That is
Well, I'll
September
just text
29th
him back.
for Subcool's
Yes,
birthday.
sir.
Shout out to the Grow Along, hashtag growing with Eagle on Instagram. Eagle has been a courteous gentleman and given away seeds with North Star Genetics. They were Jilly Bean. They were, God, I'm blanking on Agent Orange. And the final round will be Sangria, which is what I'm going to be growing. And I will be pollinating. I'm hunting for a Chernobyl male, and I'm going to pollinate my Sangria. I'm going to pollinate Chernobyl, whatever females I get for F2s. And I'm going to pollinate one of my buddy Vegan Doja's Del Norte Fuel. So at least 3 crosses with Subcool's Chernobyl male that I find for my pack, just to have some fun with the seeds and give them to my little crew of people. But it's a lot of fun to do that kind of stuff and keep his legacy alive, especially on his birthday. What better way?
You know, as sad as I am to see some of them packages get crushed, which is heartbreaking. Every pack that I seen get crushed was just like, oh my god, it just broke my heart. And then, but like I said a couple of days ago, for those of you got crushed seeds, you guys need to dip in your postman there, because I don't get how like out of, we'll say, 100, 10 got crushed, and then out of that 100, they went cross borders, postcards to 5 different countries, and they made them there unscathed. But yet, a select few here got crushed. I don't
Eagle, you're
know.
one of those people. I hate to say it. I mean, they beat the hell out of that package a little birdie sent you with the J1, and it was supposed to be there in 2
Yeah.
days. It said 3 days at the latest, and I ended up taking 12. And I also wanted to say I have also been sending out tester seeds. Sorry, I know I'm off camera right now. I'm just filling up my water bottle for a second. But I've been sending out tester seeds. I sent 2 packs to my one buddy with his name on it and with his address. First one, it was in my bulk. I didn't do any tracking because I sent out like 30 at one time. Second one I sent to him, priority with tracking. It said failed to deliver. Like got to where he was at, said failed to deliver. Sent him another one with his Uni's name on there. Delivered early. So they know who you are by your name, and they will fuck with you if you are for
Oh, I
what
know.
they just might not like certain people. And I hate to like put that on people because sometimes just being a cannabis user or just being like a little different, like a lot of us are, we're misfits. Some people just hate us for we live our lives and we are who we are, and certain people just they don't have that within themselves, so they hate that about other people. So there's a little bit of that.
I think my local guy likes me though. I think they're starting to really fucking first name basis up there anymore. You know what's funny is I went up there the other day uh, to buy envelopes because remember I told you I couldn't find none for a good radius around me.
Yeah, the bubble
I even went to
mailers.
the post office. Yeah, post office didn't hit shit. I still had to drive 45 minutes plus down to the next Walmart, which is a little ways away. And I actually searched it. I was smart that time, though. I went online and checked Walmart stock before I left. I'm like, oh, yeah, road trip. And I bought everything they had. I'm like, yep,
Mm.
this is good.
Ta, what's up, my dude? Welcome.
What's up? So yeah, you guys started
What's
talking
up,
about the
brother?
post office. I have a story.
Let's hear it.
So I forget what I was mailing out. Oh, I sent a couple cookies to some people, and like I'm usually very careful. Like I always wait to hit my pipe after I leave the post office. But this time, I remembered I was smoking my pipe on the way there. So when I went in there, and they got the glass up and everything, right? So I go in there and I hand her the stuff. She's like, "Wow, you smell good." And I'm
Mm.
thinking to myself, like, maybe it's my deodorant at the time, you know? And I'm like, oh, really? I smell good. I'm like, thanks a lot. So, and then, like, I didn't realize until, like, I'm already in my house and shit. I'm like, oh, fuck, that's what she meant. She meant I smell good. So, yeah,
Yup.
the next time I go in there, I'm going to be like, oh, shit, I didn't exactly understand what you were saying about I smelled good the last time. But that
Don't
means
bring
that
it up.
that means she knows what it smells. No, she's a cutie too. So
Then maybe bring it up.
yeah, well, I'll see if she brings it up again. But yeah, I never wanted to do that though. I never want to go in there smelling like weed. And yeah, when I was like when we were just about finishing up, a guy walks in a uniform, and it was a guy. It was an EMS guy though. It wasn't a cop. But yeah, that whole entire thing, it didn't click until like hours later. I was like, oh shit.
Just want to point out while I'm looking at her name there in chat that you guys definitely still have time to get your drawings in for the smiley stone there from Madam T there. I've seen some good ones, man. I've seen a good one today, that's for sure. I'm not divulging any names on who's who and what I've seen, but I definitely see some good ones. But there's definitely still some time.
Yeah, I draw about as good as I sing. And you guys wouldn't
The
want to
American
listen.
one. The American one. Don't lie. You and I were singing a duet before growing with my fellow growers that one day.
Was
Actually,
pretty
I
good,
was
wasn't
singing
it?
a duet for the both of us. That was the highest I'd been in a long time, man. Holy fucking shit. I teleported that day, an hour into the future.
There you
I was
go.
sitting there looking at my phone. It was 12:47. 1 minute later, 1:47. I was like, holy shit, I just lost an hour. So must have been a nap. But I felt like I didn't move. It literally was just like boom, like eyes open, everything. I was like, what the fuck just happened? And there wasn't a time change. I like Googled like, was there a time change today? That doesn't happen at this hour of the day at a 47, nonetheless. Yeah,
Ooh.
I got some good shit out here in
So
California.
Chibo Man has brought up a good point. there has not been a one and all place where we can see these submissions. They're all been like either
Scattered,
sent
yeah.
to us. They've either been sent to us or on their page or whatever. So, just so everybody can see them in one place, we weren't smart enough to do this. But all you guys that have made drawings and want to submit them and want to we so we can put them all in one place, please go back to your posts and add the hashtag slap smiley to it, and then we can all go back
That's a good one.
and and find we can go back and all look at the entries there. So slap smiley hashtag slap smiley, so we can see all you guys' entries in one place.
I like that. I'll just say a hashtag. I was doing the hashtag symbol over here. It's funny. I think there's going to be some great ones. There's already been some good ones. Gotta love the community and the art they generate.
Yeah, there's quite a few good ones. So, Eagle, did you put any seeds in those little containers and send them out yet, or?
I have been filling them the last few days, and I am mailing out recrush seeds. People that got recrush seeds, I'll be remailing them out tomorrow. If you still haven't got a mailed something from me, it'd be nice if you gave me, a reminder. I'm more happy to mail you that shit out. Sometimes emails get buried, DMs get buried. I'm not denying anybody. Make sure and send me an email or whatever. I'll be happy to send them out.
You got me on the list, right,
It's
Eagle? I want that slap more.
I do.
All
I'm
right,
not
good,
gonna
good,
forget
good.
you for sure.
And I'm
And
gonna
then
run them.
if any of you guys that still want in, let me know, and I'll send them off yet too. Ginger, you should have gotten yours, but then again, the people that are in different places. Spikey got his in Germany today. Uh, Green 13 got his yesterday. So I wouldn't be surprised if you got yours within the next day or so. So keep your eye open, girl. They're on their way. That I am for sure.
Oh yeah, and Ginger, I got your address. I'm gonna send you the slaps. I didn't get them out yet though.
Voodoo's waiting for his. They should be on the way. If they don't, let me know. I'll send them out again. No worries. So, American one, you want since they haven't went out yet, you're still on the like teeter tier there. You want the Agent Orange or you want the Sangria? Or both? Or both. That could happen as well.
Yeah, but I'll take the Agent Orange if you and if you want to send a couple others, don't be shy. Well, dude, I put a whole bunch of seeds in soil, and you know what I realized? I should have. It was too late already. But I was watching Twisted. Sometimes I'll just eavesdrop on a whole bunch of things because like I don't want to go and chat. And yeah, dude, I just wet like a whole bunch of seeds. It's like the worst time of the month. You know, it was supposed to wait for the full moon, and yeah, they're really meager, and dude. The last time, but then again, when I use my own seeds, they're like fresh, and I kept them all good. Relatively fresh, only 2 3 years old. I guess the ones that I have, yeah, 3 years old max. So whatever I plant mine, they're always pop quick. And then I did the testers, but I just did a whole bunch of seeds from a whole bunch of different people, and only like 4 of them above ground. It's been like 3 or 4 days now.
Do you
That's one of the
do
worst
the
feelings.
pencil technique? Either of you guys?
What's the pencil?
Like when you're
Yeah,
planting it.
yeah. when the seedlings have like just sprouted out, and they're just
Yeah, I didn't even get to
barely
that
got the
part yet.
first leaf. Where you run the fucking take a pencil and just kind of run them back and forth over the seedling a couple of
Yeah,
times
I've
a
tried
day,
that a
just
whole
kind of
bunch of
build up some
times.
stem strength.
I tried doing that, Eagle. Yeah,
No, no, you didn't think it helped at all.
it doesn't seem to because that. Yeah,
I prefer to wait
Kind of this.
until later for training. I just let them kind of do their thing until they're like 4 or 5 nodes, and then I go to fucking town. They don't get a break until they're chopped. Like it's on. Like once they get 4 or 5 nodes, they're getting LST'd. I'm doing no topping this time because the Dr. MJ Coco. I just transplanted my berry lights with from 1 gallon to 3 gallon. Dude, their 1 gallon easy swap pots are huge. They almost filled my entire 3 gallon Rain Science grow bag, which is a more traditional size.
yeah. I
It's
hate
like
trying to
just barely
transplant,
fit.
dude. That sucks, right?
But I will say this, the easy swap pot, I didn't have to flip the plant upside down. I just snapped it, and I had the pot on the floor, and I had the plant up on my counter. So I unsnapped it, and I just took it and set it down in the pot, and then
Boom.
backfilled it with
Yeah,
soil.
nice. But I hate transplant when the next pot up is like there's only like an inch all around. It's just like it seems so, but it definitely helps though, even though
I
it's
had
only an
like 2 or
inch.
3 inches on the bottom and an inch or so on top of. I don't like to bury it super deep at the
Right.
beginning, but I think that extra bit of soil, it does add up to enough to get it through the rest of the run, because it wasn't even quite through what it had in its 1 gallon easy swap pot. I say 1 gallon like that because that thing is fucking huge.
Yo, Eagle, speaking of them seedling things, I remember Subcool saying one time, and I've done it a whole bunch of times, they get all weak and wimpy and shit, and they lay down, you just leave them alone, spray them with water and shit, depending on how bad they, like, sometimes they do a right angle bend, but they straighten up eventually. At least the times I've let it, I said, fuck it, I ain't gonna support every single one. Even if you don't backfill them, most of them stand up straight eventually.
That's what Grow Eat Easy always says too.
Yeah.
I usually support them because I only have like 20 or less.
Well,
And
if
I
it
have
looks
these
like
little bamboo skewers. You just pop right in the soil, and then I have all the garden tie. You can just wrap, boom, let it go up, and then backfill it.
if I had a couple that looked like a little weak, and I'll just pile the dirt around them to hold them up,
That's what I prefer to do.
Yeah, if I have videos way back, few seed popping times. But that's what I prefer to do too. Is bury deep. I like to set them very deep and low as possible as I can in the solo cup. So as it comes up, I can plant up or backfill up on that neck as it comes up.
I love doing that, Eagle. I fill my solo cups halfway every time. And then as it sprouts and gets a little leggy, I backfill it. And then it just kind of gets more robust.
Yeah, these
Before
are
you
all
transplant.
seeds.
They're all looking beautiful, Tao.
Pretty.
Everything's green and happy.
Yeah, knock on wood. Oh, that's a couple of weird ass spots. What the fuck is that? I don't know, but it's nothing underneath. But yeah, no, most of them, they're all doing good. These are the blueberry by Cheesequake.
Ooh, that sounds good.
There's a couple of,
Dude, blueberry has a lot of weird shit in its genetics, like leaf mutations and.
Yeah, I had some weird ass stems on a couple of the ones I did outside. It was so bizarre, and they did it on their own. It didn't break it on it, but they turned. The stem will make a right hand turn to get more sunlight. A couple of them did that. A couple of little guys too, though.
Later green
Slow and
13.
steady. Some of those little ones, when they catch up, they go bananas.
Oh yeah, they were a couple of them were on the outskirts. They just moved in. This one's got a little hurt.
Not bananas like Hermie. They go crazy as far as growth. I shouldn't say bananas.
Yeah. I knew what you meant, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna use some of the cups that I got going right now, Jack, do I have to throw that in right now? I, do I have to go over the to Cocoa for Cannabis and actually throw in today which plane I'm throwing in? Like throw a
Well,
photo in.
I think the goal was everyone was supposed to flip to flower on October 1st, at least a plant. And so that could be any training style. The solo cup, you could start it on October 1st, or you could flip it to flower on October 1st. I think as long as you participate at some point, they're going to go back through and look at all of them. And it'll just be cool to see people kind of growing alongside each other doing the same style. A bunch of people growing in solo cups, a bunch of people doing no topping, a bunch of people
Because
doing main lines.
It's still roughly 2 weeks yet. I've got some in cups now. I'm wondering if I should let them go to their next phase and pull the next ones out of the cloner and use those. Let them root up and take off with there. A little bit fresher start or what? I got some nice ones right now, but if I let them go another 2 weeks in that cup, and then we're gonna be looking at some comical solo cup videos. I'm gonna be standing there with the fucking hose all day.
I've seen some people with big old plants in solo cups. With cocoa, especially if you feed it enough times, if you can water it several times a day, those plants get beastly in solo cups. It's silly. Depending on how you train it, you can get it really tall and like one beast spear, or you could have like a little candelabra with like 4 or 5 colas, maybe.
I'm gonna
Oh, I've
top
got
all
some
these right
ideas.
now. Almost
I
all of
gotta
them.
say, shout out to Raptor. They kind of educated me a little bit with the whole meristem and how like difficult and precise it is. So when I thought about topping a plant, I always called it the meristem, but it's really not. We're topping some of the apical growth. But the meristem, what he was talking about, is a very specific thing. And when Boom and I were talking weeks back about like where the best place to take a clone is off the top of the plant or from the bottom, he was saying because it's like the meristem, and that's where I was saying they take the cuts per tissue culture clone. And granted, it is closer, but I think that
Yeah, it's the very tip bud is the, but that might just be the
it's a cell.
apicals blah.
Yeah, apical meristem.
Yes. So maybe the meristem is a little like more vague, or I don't know.
Yeah, I think the
Well,
go ahead,
I
Eagle.
remember that night, and you guys were kind of. I don't. I can't remember if it was you or Sergeant Pepper was in on that night. I believe too, wasn't he? But it seemed like one of you two were saying that the location of the cut could encourage like variation, or a little bit. If you took them for the bottom, they may sway in time, which I greatly disagree with that.
I
I
was not on
usually
that side.
take from the bottom. I
Yeah,
usually
I was gonna say
take from the bottom myself.
I said there's operations that go like 10 years doing that, where they never keep mothers. They've literally just taken cuts from the bottom of the plant before they flip the flower. And I know people that take it from the top, and it works equally well. I think that both work great. Personally,
Yeah, I
I
never
think
believe.
either way.
I think the only reason, if you want to take it, not even from the top, like all tops, because they'll grow more or less the same. But I've taken cuttings off of everywhere, the middle, the fucking all the way underneath, the smallest one. They all make roots and stuff and make a new plant. That's exactly like the mother.
Yeah, it's just like, how big do you want your cut? Do you want it like more woody, or do you want it more like fresh and pliable? Like, I think the newer growth is a little bit more vigorous, maybe potentially, and the like lower growth is maybe a little bit more like woody and resistant. So it doesn't need to be like acclimated to a fan or something, where like a fresh tip might get blown over in front of a strong fan. Like, there are advantages and disadvantages to literally every single way. So I think it's just people find a way that works best for them. I don't typically
I
clone very
like to
much. I
give
personally, go ahead.
I like to give a good feeding the day before. So when I go in there the next day, they're all fucking praying. I get the nice pray to them, and that's the moment I like to take them. I know they're well fed and ready for the next journey. And another thing I like to do when I take clones is always cut them leaves. Like to cut them leaves back to give it a little hormone panic, just like Brandon was describing there when you grind up the fucking leaves there. It's the same
Hmm.
thing. You go
Yeah.
and you take that clone and you chop all them leaves. You cut them back for two reasons: for space in the cloner, so shit's not hanging on each other. But in my opinion, you cut them again to send them fucking growth hormones back into the clone, go crazy, and start wanting to develop roots a little bit quicker. And I've noticed every time that I cut every leaf back, all the way back, even in the top ones. The rule of thumb that I usually follow is the two fingers that are sticking out down here, the smallest ones. I don't go any shorter than that. So that's the base of my circle, just around that. So I don't trim the leaf any shorter than that. But every one on that clone, I trim back just like that little circle before I throw it into the fucking clone. And it seems to root quickly. Usually I start to see roots within 7 days on average. Healthy,
That's solid.
healthy.
Really solid. Want to hear a unpopular opinion, but I think historically it's been kind of the way that things went for a lot of people, and they're very successful doing this. And I just found out my favorite breeder just took his first clone ever this year after 10 years of breeding. He'd always just grown from seed, new stuff every year. If you look back through like Afghanistan and all these making countries, they take the best seeds from the best plants each year and grow those out the next year. So stuff gets acclimated to their region, gets better and better each year. They're picking for what they want for specific traits. That's where the heirloom stuff comes from. It's not landrace, it's heirloom. They're picking for it. Human influence mattered. I personally think more people should try and adopt growing from seed every single time, start to finish, chop it. Don't even take clones. Just enjoy it for what it is. Have it like a season. Like, if you like that plant, breed with it, make seeds of it, and you can grow more of it. The F2s are similar enough in phenotypes that you'll find stuff in there that you liked from the F1, and it might even be more special. I think there's just something so special about, like Eagle said, I didn't realize that you'd never really taken clones. So like, I was actually surprised now that the J1 is in your garden and doing well, and I'm happy that you take it and you've come to like it. But I don't know, even like my cherry pie, I just have it in my vault. Like I was really interested in the tissue culture because I want to scrub it and I want to put it in my, you know, uh, refrigerator because I rarely ever grow it. I grow from seed every time. And personally, I think if more people did that, they'd love that experience. And if you have a medical ailment and you find one that really works for you, taking a cut makes sense. Or, if you find that unicorn, taking a cut makes sense. But I think a lot of people hang on to stuff that's like they think is maybe a keeper when there's so many more things out there and there's always new stuff and they can even experiment with their own stuff. So I don't know. I don't hear many people saying that, but growing from seed every time and just not even ever taking clones is, I think, one of the historically favored ways to grow and very successful ways to grow that a
Well,
lot of people never even
it's
approach.
easier though because you have great strains abound everywhere. Back when you had to go searching through bagweed, if you found something good, if you didn't keep it, you never know if you'd see something good again. Now it's a new world, man.
Once the seed bank though, like Sensi Seeds and some of the other early seed banks, I think a lot of people would save up. Back then even $75 was a bunch of money for a pack of seeds. I was looking at one of the old seed bank catalogs from like the early '90s with like the Northern Lights, the different ones. And I think a lot of people would buy it, and then they would, like I was talking about, instead of buying
F1
more
it, yeah.
packs, they would F1 it because a lot of them didn't know how to take clones.
Yep.
They would just make their own seeds, and even just one F2ing can get you 1,000 seeds, so that might last them for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
So
but
it's definitely an option.
It was harder getting them. You had to go to Amsterdam or order them from Amsterdam for like
Most people took the trip.
I was gonna say
quick. I just want to be quick to point this out. Even back then, well, at least in my case, bag seed back then was still fucking eye popping because the alternative was brickweed.
There you go.
Green fucking weed or fucking, you know what I mean? It
Hell
might have
yeah.
been bag seed. It might not have been that fire from Amsterdam, but it wasn't that brickweed shit. And it fucking popped a lot of eyes back then. That's for sure. Yeah,
Well,
it
grown
wasn't
with
what we
love.
grow today, but yeah,
Grown with love, that
still
matters.
fucking pops some eyes back then.
Yeah, you
It
got
wasn't.
even the seed you got from brickweed would be end up growing good because it wasn't squished and it was fresh.
That's all DJ Short had. Every
Yeah.
single one of DJ Short's creations he's detailed it very well in his book, Breeding Excellent Cannabis. He talks about how he got stuff from Thailand,
Exceptional.
bag seed. He talks about how he got stuff from Mexico, bag seed, and they would have region specific stuff importing throughout the years, and he would save the best seeds from the best bags and grow that stuff out. And like you said, if you grow it with love and care, and it didn't get transported in all these sketchy ways where they press it into a brick or whatever, where it's actually cared for a little bit, and you grow it properly and keep it locally and have it fresh, like most fruit at like a farmer's market. If somebody grows it organically and cares for it and loves it, and you get it close to the source, it's better than being flown from a different country, smuggled in and treated a whole bunch of different ways, and you get it months and months later sometimes. Or like in the brickweed case, it's like who knows how old it is and who knows how far and how it traveled, like versus somebody who grew it like yourself. Even if you're just getting your feet under yourself as a grower, green is better than brick. And once you dial it in, you could probably make that Mexi brick look, or Mexi seeds turn out really good.
I forget what channel they were talking about, but back in the day, the worst weed that you could get would have been homegrown, because people used to just harvest the leaves or grow Colombian strain in the northern climate. There would be no buds. It would suck.
The stress.
Now it's different.
Yeah, it was literally like called stress.
I mean,
the only stuff that would ever bud was like Hermiing.
Come on, guys. Actually remember the time you actually laid your eyes on that first beautiful green bud. I mean, it was. I mean, for me, it was like just like in any. It could have been a movie scene where it was just like, la, fucking light could have come down on it. I remember fucking looking at the guy that had fucking passed it to me like he was just straight out of fucking High Times and shit. And I'm like, it is true.
What was the
It
strain?
is
Do you remember?
real.
Do you remember the strain?
It was a fucking no. It was blueberry-ish. I can't remember if it was blueberry, but it was blueberry-ish. That's for sure.
For
And
me, that was White
man,
Widow.
it was fucking fire.
And it was in High Times because it had won like the cup in 97, 98, 99. And my brother in Ohio, Kent State University, they had somebody there had a cut of it or grew, must have bought seeds or something. But it was the first time I'd ever seen a bud that was like white, like metallic-y, like just coated in trichomes, like how the buds look now. People aren't shocked to hear that. But when I saw that after only like having like BC Hydro was the best stuff, and before that there was lots of Mexi Brick and like outdoor from California smuggled, or stuff from Michigan. Honestly, we got a lot of Michigan from the early medical days smuggled to Ohio. But yeah, I don't know. Different times now for sure.
Yeah, well,
man,
you know,
and this instance, man, this guy was growing it in one of those fucking phototrons. You know
Oh
what
my
I'm
God.
talking about? The old
Yeah, oh yeah, I do.
phototrons, yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't burn his
And I
house
would
down.
actually fucking piss him off on that shit because even back then, way back then, it was fucking $10 a gram, and I was like back frequently. It was to the point where he's like, "Fuck you, man! I got this is personal. This is personal, and it's gonna be a minute for the next run." And I'm like, "No, dude, you're growing this shit. You sell it to me." You know, I was always fucking trying to get ahead of him and shit. He was always stressing it, always stressing it.
dude, when you run out, and back in the day when you would run out, there would be no way to replace it. You know, when you were growing your
That's
own
why
and
it
no
was
one
worth
else
more than its
was.
weight
Yeah, it was
in
worth
gold.
more than the money you had in your pocket, Eagle. But yeah, you guys, you know that Pulp Fiction, what was in that briefcase was my bud. when he opened it up and it was glowing. Yeah, that was my shit.
I love that movie.
Oh, man.
The best part is when
I'm
it
looking-
gets his wallet out, the one that says "bad motherfucker."
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because when we were talking about fucking the cup thing, I was thinking about fucking. I was gonna ask Jack if I could put a T-shirt on my cup that said "ass kicker" on it. Little fucking T-shirt, my little entry and shit. It's my little ass kicker right here.
Wife beater T-shirt.
Yeah, it says "ass kicker" on it.
Hey, I don't make any rules over there, man. I'm not even associated with the forum at all. I don't even have a account set up at the Cocoa for Cannabis. No offense to Doc, I love him. I just don't got the time. I'm trying to get my shit set up for October 1st so I can make myself a little thing to grow along with everyone else. But typically, I can barely fucking get my shit posted to Instagram. I try to do
Dude,
a few on Canvas or Twitter now and then, but
Well,
I
I'm
don't know
gonna
how
totally guilt
Spartan.
trip your ass. I signed up over there. There's a nice little crew.
I think I'm
Wait,
signed
Coco-
up. I just don't
Oh,
post yet.
Yeah, I didn't even sign up. I was gonna say we should be more supportive, but I push them the light videos he does. That shit's really good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that shit's like the most in depth like explanation of how to evaluate a light. I think that shit's
Well, and
legit.
why it matters to take the measurements, how they're taking them, and like what they actually mean, like the difference between PF and PPFD,
Right.
things like that.
All
And
that
then like how the
stuff.
two lights side by side, each other is like more efficient than either light hung by itself. And how they demonstrated that with readings was pretty good. He's got some good information for sure, and definitely a cool community. I just, like I said, I am a very busy person. I'm
Yeah,
putting
that's
in a
what I
ton of
was
work
saying about
on that
Spartan.
book.
Spartan's on all those shows. How does he water his plants? I can't even like watch all the shows that he's on and have enough time to do what I need to do. It's crazy.
I think being water only organic makes it a little easier. That's for sure. I think he just does recharge now and then, but keeps
Right
it
at his
simple.
home. He's
Yeah,
got the frugal force
Sip.
going too, I think.
yeah. Sip container style. He just looks
Yeah,
down
that
the hole,
helps.
make sure that it's not. That's how Eagle's going to be growing. Not exactly frugal force. He's going to be growing Smiley style with the Earth box, which is kind of frugal force ish.
Yeah.
Same style, but I think
That's
this
the way
has
Pedro.
the effect of Pedro does it, but also
Pedro's
Kevin
grow room,
Drodry. Kevin Drodry did it to like basically get sick plants that would be sick wouldn't show themselves as sick when they're grown in that system because it's just such a healthy soil, which I thought was amazing. Like they wouldn't
Right.
even have to scrub it with TC. They just put it in the earth box and then the mother would look beautiful and they could take healthy
But
clones off.
right, but no, then it would revert back though if it wasn't in those conditions though. He said.
Yeah, no,
The
exactly. But I
duds.
mean,
That was the
if you
duds. Yeah.
if you can grow it in that condition though, I mean, like Smiley only grows in earth box, so he won't ever have to really fucking worry about that.
I did not know that.
He grows
Jose
GG4 and he grows
Ramirez.
Ghost OG.
Sorry, guys.
No, you go.
I
You
forget.
better be sorry, Eagle.
Jose
I'll smoke on it.
Ramirez seen in chat that says he picked up the purple Death Star. Can't wait. You're a lucky fucker, if you don't mind me saying. That one is a score, my friend. That one is a score.
I'm gonna buy you a pack from Badger off a fucking genetic supply.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
where'd you buy it, Jose?
Probably genetic supply.
Probably.
One of the only places stocking.
I still question on
If it's the real.
how it's there. Yeah, because I even contacted Joel, which it was Joel Strain, and he's like, "Dude, if you got that, you should hold it. Be lucky, be lucky." So I've got one seed and some BXs that I hold. But I want to run. I don't even want to run my BXs. I want to fucking run the originals. I'm dropping that one before I drop the BXs. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, I think it's worth at least, even if it's turns out that it's not the real
Joe
deal,
made 'em.
seeing what Badger's got.
Oh, he said Joel made him. So he got it. Joel, if he says Joel made him, that's right. There you go, Boygo. They're on Boygo right now. Nice. Well, then, fuck, I need to talk to Joel because I've asked him about that shit. Oh, damn it. Damn it. That's a good one, too, man. That is a fire strain. That was a patient favorite of mine.
You've
I
talked
only
about
fucking stopped growing. I
that's like the
lost
one
that
that
one in
you
the move.
lost,
Yeah.
the one
It's
you let
the
go.
one that's got away.
Yeah, what were you saying about just
Yep.
starting seeds? No, you want to take clones of everything, and then you know when you get that one, you'll have it.
You can always re-veg or take
So
a cut of the bud.
Yeah,
I'm curious to know too. I got a without saying any names or anything. Somebody hit me up today. It was like, "Hey man, have you ever heard of fucking a strain called Dude, Where's My Bike? And
yeah.
do you know anybody that has it?" So what do you guys know about the strain for starters? And
It's
well, I'll cut to the chase here.
Canadians like it.
They asked me if I had it or had heard of it, and I'm like, yeah, I got a pack of them. Right in my case. Why? They're like, no way, you want to sell some of them? So what do you know about the strain? Tell me what you know about the strain.
Bubble Man used to press it for rosin and get huge returns.
Yeah, it
That's
was
probably why people are hyped.
Canadians loved it. Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
They were saying that it was supposed to be really good for. It was a really good mood smoke. You know what I mean? Laugher. And I was like, wait a minute. That was one of the moments where it's like, wait a minute. I've been sitting on a laugher all this time. and and now you want some of them? Okay, then I
You
guess
should have
I'll
never
smoke
told them.
them. Actually, I think it's a pinch, so I might be safe to part with a few. But, so
You're a generous man,
that's
Eagle.
pretty cool,
You've
though.
gifted me a nice handful of seeds of a few different varieties, and I look forward to growing them.
Oh man, I can't wait. I'm actually looking forward to some. There's been a few that started. One of them I already fucking I kind of gave my blessings to, and I gave that. Well, everybody gave my blessings to. If you needed to start your grow long seeds, then I'm cool with it. There's been a few that have already, and I was scrolling down the feed today, and I was like, man, that's fucking cool as fuck. I can't wait till it's like plants
Sorry to
every
cut you off,
day. You
Eagle.
know what
Play
I
the
mean?
dab
It's
song.
great.
It's 420.
It's fully
Oh, I
funny.
don't even know if I have it ready.
It's
I
all
don't.
right, even
I'm
if
just
it's
gonna
late.
have to play it off my phone.
I took a big bong rip for 420 for everyone. But with that said, after the dab
It
song,
snuck up on me.
I'm gonna be going down. Time flies
It's,
when you're having fun. We did a
it def,
little pre-show kind of too.
it def, yeah. I kind of forgot about that too. But it did still come fast. There you guys go. A half-ass dab song. I don't have it hooked up to my speaker, so I haven't took a. I've only taken like 2 dabs since hash night, and I have not stopped smoking hash since that night. Cheers to that. Cheers to you guys. I tell you what, too. I don't know. I haven't figured out where it's at because I've been just like randomly pulling as I like walk by. I'm just like, oh, I'll grab a nice fucking hunk of that. You know what I mean? But there's been a couple of pulls that has been fucking just super fucking laughy. Just laughy. Just like, yeah. I love them ones. I love them ones. Cheers, everybody. No, I don't. Oh, no, I don't mix stone tobacco with my hash. I mix weed with my hash.
That's the best way to do it, and only way, in my opinion. Cheers to everyone in the chat. I want to say shout out to Matthew Sink Angel. He's a personal friend of mine here in San Diego. We get to hang out and burn sometime. He's a really cool dude. I'm glad that the people got to learn more about him tonight. Go back and listen to the episode if you haven't already. After, if you're listening to this live, Jack Greenstock on Instagram. If you're looking for me, I turned off my light because it's getting close to bedtime over here, so I just got a little mood lighting. But peace and love to everyone.
You kind of look like cherry pie. That red makes you like look like you could have just devoured a cherry pie.
You put on the Grow Mouse Initiator pucks.
Pretty much. I'm putting myself to sleep. Far Red Initiator.
That's it, Far Red.
Yeah. Well, with that said, peace and love. Chat. Eagle, the American one. Thank you all for having me. Have a great night.
Peace out, Jack. All right, Eagle. I'm gonna leave you alone too, man. We'll let you get on with your 20 minutes of shout outs and whatever else you got to do. Yeah, good show.
Yeah, appreciate it. So I do appreciate these tubes, buddy. You know, I've been a little bit of a lazy bitch about that too. Tell me your opinion on this. I've got all these packs right here where I've kind of like already packed up. Oh, there you go. I've already shipped these out.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't want to go through and like pick them all out. And I actually tweezered them all into the bags, and now I don't want to go back and touch them and shit. So all I've done with these is I've rolled them up and stuffed them into them tubes. I've rolled them
That's
up.
That's probably perfect, dude. And they can't rattle then either.
Yeah, so they fit too.
Right, I was gonna say, as long as they don't get, as long as it fits. Awesome. That's perfect.
I appreciate it, brother. That's gonna save a lot of headache, I'm sure, and I'm positive the people on the other end that already got some bad crushed shit and just see that vial this time. Yeah. Fuck yeah, they're gonna be stoked. They're gonna read that, they're gonna feel that envelope, they're gonna feel that little security lump in there, and they're gonna be like, yes.
Dude, it happened to me. Somebody sent me seeds and they got crushed, and I sent someone seeds way back when, and they got them crushed. So, yeah, I learned about it back my ways now. But awesome, dude. Yeah, it's awesome, man, that you're doing this, and we're gonna all be starting them, and it's all gonna be good ones.
Shit, man, you're just as awesome, man. You've sent out just as much fucking beans to this community as I have, so fucking hands off to you, brother. We're definitely in the same boat.
When people either ain't got it like that or, just because it's awesome when I love popping new seeds just to see what's there, All right, man, I'm out. I'll let you go. Thanks for hosting, and it's always fucking awesome talking shit with Eagle. Peace out.
Thank you, brother. Tao. We'll always love hanging out with Tao. I always get excited too every time, like, because you can't see him. Because he won't do the background. He never gets his box. So when I'm watching a show and I hear him pipe up, he's got that voice you can always hear. You can always recognize that it's him. So and when I'm listening on a show and I can hear that Vin Diesel voice, if you will, Tao, fucking, it's him. And I'm always like, oh man, I need to listen. My buddy's on. Thank you, Tao. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Matthew Gates, for hanging out tonight. Been a pleasure all the way around, all the way around. And looking forward to another great night. We look at the book. If I remember right, without looking, I want to believe it's the Warlock. Weedworks? Tonight is Weedworks. Weedworks. He's got a new IPM solution that he's getting out on the market, and we'll be talking about that as amongst a lot of other things. Great guy, great grower. Weedworks on Instagram if you want to do a little pre-research, if you will. Uh, check him out on Instagram. Tell him Eagle sent you. Other than that, yeah. Uh, I've had a great night. It has been a fucking amazing week. And I just look forward to doing this. This thing is, building on me more and more. At this point, it's beyond a project. It's become to the point where it's just a part of me now. It's just something that I know I'm doing every day. I don't even question it. It's damn near like fucking exercise. I don't mind doing it. I love hanging out with you guys. It's so easy to do, hanging out with great people night after night. And overall, I got to tell you guys, you make me feel very blessed. You guys showing up all night. Well, not all night, but, every night. Most nights. Any night. I appreciate 100%, but most grateful for your time. That is, excuse me, the reason I do these shout outs every night, and I don't try to cut any corners. I like to make sure everybody do gets their name shouted out, because I do really believe that everybody that tunes in deserves that shout out, that thank you. Why not? Why wouldn't you? And so thank you guys. As soon as I get something to babble on here, I'll be more than happy to fire up a tune. Just gonna try to run with it. Let's try to run with it. Let's see here. We'll start here. We'll go right to the Mendo Dope. Seeing how our friends did agree to come on the show. You guys heard it firsthand. Mendo Dope right here with us. The launch of our seeds. September 29th. Subcool's birthday. The original Weed Nerd. Much love to you, Sub. You may be gone, brother, but you are not forgotten. This is why we grow. Because you've helped us all in one way or another. So, Shadow Warrior, Valley Green 541, Mila Jensen, the Hash Queen, Alice Indica, MJ Coco, Brandon Russ, Matthew Gates, D's Bags, Drone Star, Shotgun Willie, Blake, Food Bill Homie, Jay Simmons, Cherburo Groves, Clackamas Coop, DJ Conley, Misha, Mish Grow Buds Farm, Mish Grown Buds Farm, sorry. Of course, Aaron the Grower, you boy, Roy Boy, Delta 9, Joy McDaniels, Clackamas, 420, Stinky Cole, Cola. Oh, sorry, I should have known that one. Dylan Steinfort. Peace FC Farms. Hopefully I got that right. Something tells me I'm misreading that one. Krusty Socks 1975. Mr. Hanky Sungrown 707. C8 DRO. Say that one right? I think I might have fucked that one up. I'm sorry, C890. I'm an idiot. Sorry. Boca King, Raz, Pop Little, Slow Roll, Spiky Pilot, Matt Steelbread, Indo 11 of the Breeders Collective will be here in a few short days. Stephanie V, Shark Pulley 989, Von Bronze Garden, Von Bronze Sovereign Garden, Stoner Nation 420, Bugs 1, Painted Lady, Frank Blue, Fuel Farms, Fuel House Farms, Jamid, The Chat, Mr. Manny D, Bag Seed, Dr. G D, GC Jeff, Shredder 911, Dutch Bros 420, Scallywag 420, Abolish Farms and Mrs. C, Skill Bull 1, Medgrower 1, Empire Breeding Co., The Growly, Lost Leaf, Pedro, Liam Mass, Danny Danko, Breeder Steve, B, Bear 7, Allie Noble, thank you for all your support, Allie. You've been fucking reposting, fucking all bunch of fucking cool shit for the show. And thank everybody that has fucking shared all that good stuff. You guys know I don't ask for that, but I sure do fucking smile when I see that shit on Instagram. Check this out, fucking such and such has shared your post, shared a link to your video. I mean, I couldn't be any more honored to fucking do this shit. I really could. I don't need to keep eating it. Bagseed, oh, where'd I leave off here? Scallywag, I made it all the way down there. Allie Noble, that's where I left off. CK, Tom Trinidad, Dog 16, Jamid, Lonely Jester, Smoking in a Small Town. Hopefully things are doing well for you. I need to pop in and talk to you, Smoking in a Small Town. Tim S., Mr. Lassie, White Feather Grows, Rafter Grows, Automation is Freedom, Rob, Robert Hazelton, Glory Michigan Corey, Double Tap Farms, Bob Grows, Mr. Green Thumbs 420, 808 Root Prospect, Canna Bus Driver, Hating Life, Kenny 710, Operation Grows, T-Ben, TM 426, 96, Rude Nuts 619, Dr. Scrambles, Phoebe Moonrocks, GHF Double J, Stealth Grows 56, Bio Greens, Hanky Stanky, 420 OG, KP, Georgia Joe. Just rock this out here for a second. Georgia Joe. I'll jump right into another. This one's a great one, but it's also uncopywritten as of yet. Georgia Joe, Ganja Nana, Yo Mama, Roy Rodriguez, thank you, my friend, Jim Seagulls, Bob Groves, if I haven't said it already, Nature's Best Nugs, GR420 Community Videos, bunch of great people over there. If you're not checking them out as well, check them out, GR420 Community Videos. I believe you can check them out Tuesdays, Jack? Tuesdays or Wednesdays is their show. If you can help me out on that one. Jack knows, I'm sorry, guys. But they do have a program over there on the Cheap Home Road Network. Check them out over there, 420 GR420 Community Videos. The Lone Star, Bee Growing, The Killer Bee Grows, Roy Rodriguez, Ganja Wizard, Husky's Gardens, Nut Tree 420, Dr. Ooh, Soil Life 420, Bully Life, The Jeffro 42069, Dr. Franklin Booty, Beavis 698. God damn, I love this bud. The Riffin' Fat Boy, Ted Nugent's Test. Jack Green sock right there in chat. Thank you, Jack, for tuning in and participating tonight. You're one person I have met in this community that I am very, very proud to call friend. That is for sure. Appreciate you, brother. 420, Boom Farms, Smiley's Gardens. You were missed tonight, my friend. Boom Farm, Smiley's Gardens. I got you too, but you guys are definitely worth shouting out again. Charlie's Farm, 420 Farmer Willie. I miss you, brother. I need to do a Goodwill check on you too, brother. Aldridge 25, JD's, Miss D's Nugs, Smoking Grove Fraser, Grove Koski, Twisted Roots, Faded Farmer 420, Jeff Jarowski, Genetic Memory Farms, Ball 420, Cameron, Bag Seed, Jill Carter, Mystic Marks, Mystic Grower. Thank you both very much for what you do in the community as well. I Kill, DT, TWE, Rose, Rick Wolf, DLP 2372. Man, I've said that name so many times I feel like I know you, my friend. Ned Denver, Sergeant Pepper 420, Cannon Trooper, Sequence 3, Blind Cat 420, Light Up Again Tim, UKSIF 420, Buddha Boy, Devin Shipwreck, Medical MJ, Bugsville USA, Resurrection Prophet, Chris Martinez, Tara Wilson, Dankman 420, Dankman Dan. Red Setter Farms was in the house tonight. Thank you, Red, man. Great guy right there. Hopefully life is fucking turned up nothing but roses for you at the moment. I think you are an awesome guy. Great asset to the community. Heads up, Red. Good Life, Bill Sid, Johnny Bill, Chicha B. Didn't see you tonight, Chicha. You were missed. Chat loves you. This community loves us some witches. I can tell you that. You guys came with open arms. Most Hated Grower, the Major General 420, the American One, W Digger 714, Shrate, Kineos Genetics, Mountain Skies, ready to hit that hot fire, Chris Mert, even. I always enjoy it when Chris Mertz pops on too. He's a funny dude. Very knowledgeable, very funny. Dirt Road Dude, Kanashiva, Jose Ramirez, Red Eye Rustler. Looking forward to seeing you this coming weekend, Red Eye, along with Prometheus Soil, hopefully Smiley's Garden, Tita B, Miss D's Nugs, hopefully Bad Bunny Nutrients, hopefully Liam, Leon, there we go, Leon from, damn it. Sorry, Leon, I forgot. I'm drawing a blank. I don't even know the shout out, Leon. I'm sorry. But so many great people, hopefully, there this coming weekend in Cloud, Michigan, 25th, 26th. But Red Eye Rustler, looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully, you'll be there. Dab Goblin, Dr. Buzz Lightyear, Acetone, the Canna Canuck, Canna Queen Genetics, Squirrel, Stabby Tanasi, Fundor, Jerkman Dan, Keith of Black Sales, Mr. Bocillus, Zen Premium Gardens, Rasta Jeff, and damn it, everybody else I forget over there on a daily basis. So sorry, my friends. Check out all them guys over there out embracing organics. Fumia and his all his efforts. Check him out Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and I'm thinking Saturdays now. I don't know. Check Fumi out as well. Who we got here? Soil Roots, Small Toots, Tyler Teasley, North Michigan Micro, Ouija Buds, Dub T Roy, Big Jar Bros, JC John, Modern Genetics, Laz PPJ 15, SoCal Weedman, Brittany, Lexi, and Courtney. Those are my baby girls, and I love them more than life itself. Green County Growers, CJ Apple, that's a day oneer right there. If you're not following CJ or no CJ, you really should, because that's one amazing dude right there. Perfectly Imperfected, Dollar Tree Growers, T1 Production, Dank Growers, DOA Grown Meds, was in chat tonight. Miss Nudie Growers, I Grew Some, Johnny Cannon Seeds, Nutrient Shootouts, Naughty Nicky, Zoe and Slammer, NNY, Pixel Monkeys, St. Bernard's Observation Booth, I Spy, Aldridge 25, Madam T, Stu Moo, Madam T, thank you again for the candles and all the nice stuff you do. Stu Moo, Mo Grower, the Canna Carrot, the Canna Crate, Loki, Sess, this guy 79, Burton, Polish Hammer, Midwest Outlaws 31, Voodoo Ultras, Fresno Nerds will be here in a few short days. Wolverine Grower. Gotta look ahead for my next tune. Man. There we go. Loki Grows, Sess, this guy 79, Burton. I got you guys all the way down to Wolverine. Big Jar Grows, laid way back Farmer, Jimmy One for Life, D Block, MMP Nations Creations, Witchy Weekends with Amber Lalana. Of course, the Witchy Weekends, of course, is Amber, Chicha B, Miss Madam T here in chat, hopefully still. And who else we have? Happy Faye, Little Witch Tilly, the Witch Daddy Brandon. I think I got that one right. Happy Faye, Lily Luna. There we go, Lily Luna. I think I got all of them, but again, I'm probably an idiot leaving out a few. Check them out. 4 o'clock. Sundays, 5 o'clock, the after party. Man, did I give Twisted his shout outs? Don't forget to check him out. Frequency Fridays, Free Church Sundays, and Do You Even Grow, bro? I can't forget his shout outs. Great dude over there. Warlock, the psychic warlock, psychedelic warlock on Instagram. Thank you for hanging around in this community. Another amazing dude right there. Artist LD, Sir Sticky, Rob, Big Day 420, Brent Window, Big Ed, Big Ed, Man of Wadi, G3, J and K Triple G, Mr. Sprinkler, Brittany Teasley was in chat, hopefully currently. Shout out to you, Brittany Teasley. Have an amazing day. Thank you for checking in. Hope Farms will be here in a few days. Alan Hope. Round 2 with some amazing people there. Lisa G, John, B2 Crazy for You, BGWG 420, Dr. Budsville, Purple Thumb OG. Good morning to you, my friend. I know it's Sunday morning now, but it's probably in that rut. Good morning, sir. Thank you for hanging out and fucking dropping those links and being an outstanding member of this community as well. Intro, Sense Amelia, Miss D's Nugs. So nice. I almost forgot to say it twice, but I didn't. No Bad Days, Miss D's Nugs, Just a Face 420, Beast Crows 420, Sir L. Howe, Trey Valone, Keep It Real, Haggerton 420, Zeb Zeppelin, Audit Everywhere, BT Double D Rose, Bingus, Green Puffin Man, Alex Boykachev, Chef Life, School of Crop, Cause I Love It, Green Puffin, a Green Mountain Grower, Southwest Okie, Reels 100, 212, Andy Man, Miranda Family Farms, Haggerton 420, Page Farms, Me All Flower, Ryan Henderson, Light 1978, G13. Happy belated birthday to you, my friend. I can't believe I missed that shit. Feel like an idiot. New Sailbot wins. Kingdom Aquaponics, that's Leighton Morrison, will be here September 30th with Smiley on the Organics Takeover with Smiley's Gardens, Episode 3. Indra, Michigan native, Mary Jane's Med Garden, Dreamer 77 Double D, Bad Bunny Nutrients probably on their way home from Oklahoma. Oh, that's right, B2 Crazy for You hooked up with Bad Bunny Nutrients in fucking Oklahoma, man. That's pretty cool. Be too crazy for you helping out our own. That's fucking badass. And thank you for me personally for fucking making that trip to go see them. Mr. Green Pots, Mr. Green Nugs from 619 to 664, Spaniard Kruger, Jones and To Grow, Papa G Grows, Raz Amy, Dro Grows, Sess, Grow From Your Heart podcast with Rasta Jeff, dropping knowledge. Fuck, he's pushing 500 episodes. Luli Linda, Green Med Flock, Jeremiah Miranda, Stony Creek, Lost Art, Mr. No One, Jones and To Grow, Smith Dude, LG 420, Giant Mike. By the way, I still haven't got them beads for the American one, Giant Mike. Just saying. It's Prometheus Soil. Looking forward to seeing you in Clio, Michigan. Jason Eyestone, P. Win, Dave Colby. David has his RSO slash psilocybin oil available at Arborside Wellness in Ann Arbor if you're looking for that. Weenus 207, last but not least, there's a new one right there. J420, hello, how you doing? Welcome. And I want to give another shout out to Genetic Memory Farms. We'll be here October 1st, and I guess we're going to be making some kombucha live on air. So, yeah, what the hell? Let's learn something new together. With that being said, guys, that is the end of tonight's fun. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to do something nice for somebody. I would appreciate it. You don't have to, but it'll come around in karma someday. Random acts of kindness do save lives. I couldn't be, if I could believe in any one thing, it is that. And it means a lot. It means a lot to me. So, well, you guys know the deal. Much love to you guys. If this is the end of your journey, please get some rest. If this is the beginning of your day, get out there, kick some ass, make it an epic day, as I seen in chat yesterday. Good way to put it. Be prosperous, more importantly. And I will be here tonight with Weedworks, episode 182. It's bound to be another great episode. Learn a little bit about some cannabis, some IPM, and another great guy in our community. With that being said, I am going to try to get some work done. No guarantees, but it is what it is. I thank you guys very much for tuning in. All the new names, all the old names. Not old, but you know what I mean. Appreciate y'all. Have a great day. See you. Good night. See you tonight. Good night. Good morning. I love you. Take care.